You got these guys coming from Africa. You don't know what they got, disease or what? No!
I hear Rob Dew here with Action 7 News. We're in San Antonio. Behind me is the Riverwalk, but just a few blocks over is the Greyhound bus station and also a migrant processing center where they've had up to 350 African migrants that have recently crossed the southern border. ICE detained them and brought them here to San Antonio. Now, this stressed out the normal services here at San Antonio, and they were kind of freaking out. They were looking for volunteers who spoke French because most of the migrants, they don't speak English. It's either French or Portuguese. But here is the big story. Right now, the Congo is going through the worst Ebola outbreak in its history. And Ebola is a disease that can incubate in the body for up to a year before you even have it. And the WHO has said 1 in 4 cases, they don't even know if people have them. So what does this mean? You have people from the Congo coming here. It's a hotbed of Ebola. You could have it in your body for up to a year before you show symptoms. And now they're bringing people into San Antonio and then busing them to wherever they want to go. In fact, we spoke to a migrant earlier today who him and his entire family is being bused all the way to Portland, Oregon. Now, we understand these people are looking for a better life, but are they being screened for diseases? And here is the biggest thing. There is a total media blackout on this. 1, maybe 2 stories on the local news, and that's it. We haven't heard anything else, and it's been just a media blackout. So we're out here gonna talk to people in San Antonio, ask them if they know what's going on right in their backyard. So, do you know, right over here, we got the Greyhound bus station, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And right across the street, they're processing the migrants that are coming in over the
yeah,
border.
I've been hearing about that. I've been hearing.
All right. Did you hear they brought in 350 migrants from Africa? They were in Angola and the Congo.
No, I didn't hear. I didn't know that they came from that far off.
Right. Yeah. Are you surprised to hear that they caught them crossing the border at night? The Border Patrol, they released a video. Are you surprised to hear that?
That they caught them?
Yeah. Well, that they're from Africa.
Well, no, because people try to come over here to America all the time.
Right.
So it doesn't surprise me that the melting pot everybody wants. We don't run over there.
Right.
They run over here. So, but we were over there at that church, and the lady was saying they have security around there now because she was scared that maybe one of them would open the door and let one of the homeless guys in. And I told her, well, what happens if they open the door and they let one of them out? I mean, because we don't know. We don't know them. We don't know, their backgrounds and nothing. So it could be like Scarface, all those Cubans came over and they didn't know their background. That could be the same thing here.
Okay, you know what I gotta say about that?
Yeah.
They should not be over there.
All right. So
Okay.
let me. I'm going to talk to you in the
No,
mic.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Because you had the Salvadoran over there, the Hispanics, right?
Yeah.
And now you got these guys coming from Africa. You don't know what they got, disease or what? No!
I hear what you're saying. Now, why is this not on the news anywhere?
I don't know. I really just don't know. But it should be on the news because they're trying to hide something. They're trying to hide something. You should have seen what came out of that the other day.
Tell me.
About 250 people
Yeah. And where did they go? Do you know?
down that way and probably got on a bus and ventured themselves off.
Right.
I'm serious, man.
Well, you're the eyes and ears out here.
That you damn straight.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not saying anything to anybody.
No.
Now, do you know right now in the Congo they're having their worst Ebola outbreak?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. You know what? You've heard of Ebola, though, right?
Yes.
All right. It's a pretty bad disease. It's not funny, actually.
A little bit uncomfortable. What if that breaks out?
Yeah.
Because you never know. It might break out and then it'll affect us. But then again, it's up to them because they're the ones controlling everything. So we can't really do much about it. We should have some type of right to know. To at least be careful about who we, come in contact with when it comes to Ebola, because it can kill us.
Yeah.
So we should have a right to know.
You think our government should be testing people?
No.
No? You don't think they should test them for Ebola when they come over here?
No.
You think they should just send them on?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You got a death wish?
No, I think they should though.
You think they should
Yeah,
test them?
that would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Why do you think the government's not doing that?
Money-wise, maybe they're not losing money, they're not getting money off it. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's kind of strange, honestly, because, I mean, see, I feel that might be a condescending take, and I understand if it's for the safety of people, then it's kind of a take you need to have. But to say, oh yeah, well, we definitely have to test them, I could see where people would be irritated about that, but at the same time, the absence of caution for the sake of appeasing people's opinions that might get people killed,
Right.
possibly. And I feel more on that side than I do about the other side, so that's definitely not a good thing.
All right. What about you?
Well, coming from somebody, I actually have my bachelor's in health information management, and I can actually be an epidemiologist if I wanted to. And that actually kind of strikes close to home for me because, like, being able to test people for diseases that are really easily spread is a huge deal to me, at least. And so knowing that they're not actually testing people is really scary.
Behind me, of course, is the Alamo, and it is where hundreds of Americans made their last stand against Mexican troops. But before that battle, James Travis drew a line and said anybody who wants to leave, step across that line, and none of them did. They had met their line in the sand and they weren't going to back down. So you have to ask yourself, now that you have this information, and it's not funny, we could potentially have an Ebola outbreak in this country because our government is broken. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to talk to somebody? Are you going to call? Are you going to make a phone call? Are you going to tell your senator? Are you going to tell your congressman? What are you going to do? Are you going to call somebody here in San Antonio and ask, why aren't you testing these people? They come from a country where there's the largest Ebola outbreak in history. So you take that information and you do with it what you will. But one thing's for sure, here at InfoWars, we are not going to stop giving this information. We have drawn our line in the sand and we will not back down. Rob D reporting for InfoWars.com.